What is going on, guys? It's your boy Slick, and today I want to talk about a huge problem I have been having with top tier since the most recent update. Actually, for a little while, since the three most recent updates. I've been having some problems with top tier, and I think today I have somewhat of a solution. Obviously, this isn't 100% gonna change. I don't know if it's the best idea. And you guys are welcome to give your ideas in the comment section down below. It's kind of why I'm doing this. I like the community feedback, and I like just talking these things out. But I've definitely noticed degradation in fun in top tier. And I think the biggest reason is helicopters and these new SAM launchers, right? So these are the two things that are very controversial with being added to the game. I think there's a solution, and we'll get to that later on in the video. But let's talk about the problem first. So what's the big issue with helicopters and SAMs? There are always going to be the people who didn't want choppers, right? I didn't want choppers. I didn't like it. I didn't ask for it. I want my tanks. But that's not really the reason why choppers are a problem. I think the chopper spawns currently, you can take a full loadout Mi-35 with 16 ATGMs right off the rip of a game, right from the beginning. But a PO-2 armed with its bombs would cost 600 RP, as the helicopter will cost like 360 something. Clearly there's an issue there, right? Not even the ordnance matches up, and you can still take out a chopper. So the early choppers were a combat to combat the fact that there are now SAMs, the ADATs, the Tunguska, the Roland, things like that, right? So they made the chopper spawns cheaper. This is just a short temporary solution for a bigger problem, and it's actually created more issues in itself. So let's also talk about SAMs, which are the other end of the problem. SAMs, you can also spawn off the start of a match. So a tank like the ADATs is almost as cheap, if not cheaper, than a normal ATGM vehicle. When it gets 8 of them, it can shoot them without reloading, and it can kill airplanes because the same missiles are proximity fused. And you're starting to see where this issue lines up, right? A normal tank that has a reload starts to lose its effectiveness because of its reload, main gun, and what makes it a normal tank. It's no longer the cheapest alternative for fighting, besides the light tanks. The cheapest way to get a ton of kills now is America. So you see me playing the Abrams in the background. This is just normal background footage. Is the ADATs. If I took the ADATs out, I'd have higher damage potential. I'd have a better vehicle, in essence, for most situations. Obviously, it doesn't have the armor and whatnot. We don't have to get too technical about that, but I think you guys are grasping what I'm saying. So the issue with this is choppers and SAMs, in my opinion, cost too much or too little, and they need to cost way more. So instead of a ADATs costing whatever it costs now, how about make it equivalent to a helicopter? So as a reward for doing well in your normal tanks, when you die, let's say you take out your M1A1 and you die, as a reward for doing well in your M1A1, you can either spawn an H1Z or an ADATs. You can't spawn them off the beginning of the match. If they change that simple system, I think the entire top tier meta would change entirely back to what it used to be. More tanks fighting tank battles, more IFVs flanking because they're the light spawn going for caps, and less AAs in every single match, less hovering helicopters right off the beginning. Today I went to go for a flank, and I got hit 5 times by an Mi-35. And then he proceeded to kill me and kill 4 more other people before anybody picked him up or anybody could kill him. Because he has 16 ATGMs. If you're in a good spot and you knock out the lead vehicle or the only person who really notices where you are, it's over. It's a wrap. You cannot be killed. And, you know, helicopters are pretty weak. I'm not saying that they aren't super, they're super strong or anything like that. I don't have a problem with helicopters. I don't have a problem with the ADATs in the game. I just think the cost and the availability of them is too easy right now. It's too easy. It's not a reward. It's not a, oh God, there's a ton of planes up, let's bring out an ADATs. It's, we're bringing out an ADATs anyway. I'm going to shoot everything in the match, and that's my game. Or, hey, I'm going to bring out a helicopter, shoot everything in the game. That's my game. Whereas it should be a reward, something for playing good. I'm playing really good. Let's get a helicopter. This is, after all, labeled tank realistic battle. Not helicopter realistic battle, not SAM realistic battle. It's tank realistic battle. I think tanks should still be the main thing in this game mode. I think tanks should be the only things you can spawn first, you know, tanks and IFVs. And then after you do well, you get your points, you get your caps, you get your kills, spawn a helicopter or an ADATS. Or I'm saying ADATS, but you get what I mean. Equivalent AA, or it doesn't have to be, you know, an AH-1Z. It could be any type of helicopter. Now, I do get that some of the helicopters are a little weaker than others. A Gazelle with 2 Mistrals is nowhere near as strong as an AH-1Z with 2 AIM-9Es and 16 Hellfires, and you know, you get what I'm saying? So helicopters have some disparities, and so do the SAM launchers. Like the Roland should not cost as much as the ADATs. The Starstreak should not cost as much as the ADATs. The Tunguska shouldn't even cost as much as the ADATs, but they should all have some general RP gain, some general RP cost that is equivalent to each other, right? They should feed off each other. The Roland and the Flakkenflugel, whatever the German version is, should cost probably the same, right? They're dual missile launchers. The Mistrals on the Gazelle, you get 2 of them. Those should probably just be a cheaper chopper, right? A very cheap chopper. You don't have anything that can devastate ground forces if you choose to bring out AAMs. Same thing, you get 2 Hot 2s. Wow, 2 Hot 2s. Insane chopper, right? So that obviously can't cost as much as Mi-35, but I think Gaijin has completely just gotten lazy with doing this. And I hope somebody's watching it. I hope somebody can, you know, at least reiterate this to Gaijin. Gaijin, if you guys are watching, you know, I'm not mad at what you've added. I like these vehicles. I think the modelers spent a lot of time on this, but you guys are just missing the ball completely in terms of the balance of the actual game itself. Everything should be balanced. It shouldn't just be thrown in there because whoever was doing BRs that week got lazy. And that's exactly what it seems like. It seems lazy and not well done and not well thought out and not well tested in terms of what the BR costs right now or the SP costs and for spawning and stuff in a normal match. They just all seem so borked and so messed up. So hopefully that can change in the future and we can have some normal matches again. I think a normal match would be great, you know? You drive out in your M1A1, you get 3 or 4 kills, and instead of bringing an H1Z out, you're like, hey, I'm going to bring my ADATs out. And you bring your ADATs out, you shoot down some airplanes, some helicopters that are coming in. And the thing with that is, you know, the people who are able to spawn the helicopters and are able to spawn the ADATs and things like that are doing well that game. Those are people who are really going to push the precedent of winning the game, which is great, because if you put a power weapon in a power player's hands, they're going to be playing better. They're going to use it better. They know it's not the easiest thing to get. It's not going to be an ADATS running around by some brain-dead guy who paid to win his way to the ADATS just because he can go around and spam people with missiles. It's going to be somebody who has earned it, at least in that game. And I think that's the best way to handle this stuff. The weapons are only going to get crazier in this game. The lock-ons are only going to get better. The targeting system's crazier. Thermal imaging, stuff like that is only going to continue to get better. So right now, when we're in the early stage of that, we should really pay attention to how it's affecting the game and really make sure it's nailed down properly. So in the future, when all these new things come out, and I mean, I'm sure new things will come out, this game doesn't completely just go ass backwards and get destroyed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I know it's a little different from what you were probably expecting. We will continue this normal videos tomorrow or whatever, but this is just something that after my stream today, I just kind of felt off playing. I just didn't really enjoy what was going on to me today. And I don't know. I wouldn't say I was mad, but it was somewhat frustrating. You know, it was somewhat frustrating. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the footage in the background. It's pretty beast Abrams life. I will be live streaming. I have my schedule now, so that's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday at 10, in between 10 and 10:30 a.m. EST. I'll be live with War Thunder or other games. It'll vary. And then later on in the evenings of those days, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll be streaming as well. I just don't know what games I'm going to be streaming. And what times those are going to be. They're going to be more flexible streams. So if you're around at night, just be sure to follow the stream. We're going to have new merch coming out soon. And yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you guys so much for the recent support. Honestly, You guys have been watching the shit out of the videos. It makes me feel great, and I'm just really excited to make high quality content for you guys in the future. Things like this are just important, and we should talk about them. I don't think anything should be let slide under the rug, you know, if it feels off. And I think this is all I play. All I play is top tier. I don't really play mid tier, so I think take my opinion, take it with a grain of salt. Let me know what you guys think. Put it down in the comment section down below. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. How many more times can I talk without, I was going to say without reloading, without breathing. Oh, War Thunder's my life. Fuck.